Hey, check it out. Look what I'm wearing. Totally monochromatic tan clothing. All tan all over. It almost blends in with my skin tone. I bet that'll cause some confusion when your clothing matches your skin tone very closely. Oh my. People mistake it for nudity. Anyway, it sort of reminds me of like G.I. Joe sort of outfits, or like the tans from Army Men. You remember those games? I loved them. They were so cool. Anyway, we're gonna try out something new here. Nice, tasty candy. A Charleston Chew. Yeah, chocolate. This is the first time I've ever tried a candy bar like this, and that's gonna be pretty neat. Artificially flavored, chewy nougat with delicious chocolatey coating. Yeah, I suppose I've heard of Charleston Chew, but I've never tried it before. This sounds really cool. Oh yeah. Introducing new G.I. Joe with Kung Fu Grip. The hands that grip. Yeah, I'm in my outfit. Tan, sand-colored uniform. Ready for action. Feeling like an adventure guy, like G.I. Joe or Indiana Jones. And I'm gonna try out this Charleston Chew. Nice. Nice. Check it out, Charleston Chew, the chocolate bar. My first time trying something like this, even though I've probably heard of it once or twice. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. It's nice brown. I think this one might be just a bit bent, but yeah. Oh yeah, look at the sides of it. Nice. Of course it's gonna be good. It's a candy bar. Nice. Chocolatey nougat or something. Oh yeah. This is so good. As I recall, this particular candy bar was one of the gifts I got for that birthday bucket I showed off a while back. Very nice. Thank you all so much for that. So good. Oh yeah. Take a closer look at that. Chocolatey nougat. Very chewy. Very delicious. So good. Big brown chocolate. Me in my tan uniform. It's just a coincidence, I guess, that I picked up this particular color shirt in combination with these pants. Speaking of colors, it's such a beautiful, vibrant summer day. Green plants everywhere. So lovely. Not a cloud in the sky. That big blue sky. Beautiful. I really should get out more. See the landscape while it's, beautiful summertime. I'm not going to be some chubby guy eating candy all the time. I've even tried some healthy choices. I say while I'm eating a candy bar. I've tried some healthy choices like, fewer sodas, and vegetarian meals. It's good for my health. I say these things while I'm eating a candy bar, of course. Because I guess I'm a hypocrite or something. Yeah. But once again, it is such a lovely summer day that I gotta spend the weekend going out for a walk. big fun hike out in the world. Speaking of adventures, I've often had this sort of plan where I like have an Indiana Jones style adventure, you know, like archaeology, exploration, such. But the thing is, I'm not going to do that for, well, I'm not going to travel all over the world. I'm not going to leave the country. I think there's plenty of interesting things within driving distance of my own home. Urban exploration, they could call it. I think people do that. They explore abandoned buildings or just the sights of the city. And you know what? It's fine, because the world is a beautiful place as is, and like you could find amazing things so close to your own home. Don't underestimate it. Going on an urban safari and seeing the world, the people, the city. And speaking of adventures, do you remember a while back when Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he was in movies, but a whole series of movies where he's basically playing the same character, wearing the same costume, and even though they're all completely unrelated movies. Jumanji, the new one. There's the Jungle Cruise from Disney. I think there was also this one where he was like some sort of emergency rescue guy, where he was tasked with rescuing people from this big burning building. Like, I think it was like the Khalif building or something. It was like this, there's like this enormous building somewhere out there in the Middle East, because it's like the world's tallest skyscraper. And if that thing were to catch fire, they need all sorts of people rescuing the civilians and such, or something like that. I didn't get around to seeing that movie. And of course, there was San Andreas, as I recall, which was another search and rescue thing in case there's an earthquake in LA, you know. Oh, and of course, Rampage, the movie. Kaiju. Giant monsters. Based on the hit video game in the arcades. With gigantic monsters. I love that sort of genre. There's George, the monkey, based on Curious George. He's a big old gorilla, and he's like King Kong. There's Lizzie, which is a reptile. In the movie, it's more like a crocodile than like an iguana, like it was in the video games. But, you know, blatant Godzilla stand-in. And there's Ralph. Or is it Walf? It's a wolf, anthropomorphic wolf, which kind of stands out from the whole Godzilla and King Kong parallel, because I don't remember a giant wolf man in any of these. There may have been like lost media and such that talks about something like that, but no, Wolfman is a part of Universal Studios and such. Now, that was cool, but the movie differed from the video game tremendously, as I recall, because, you know, in the arcade game, those were actually humans who got mutated into giant monsters. Whereas in the movie, it's animals that get mutated into giant forms of their own species. So a wolf somehow gains a additional membrane that allows it to glide around like one of those flying squirrels. And then a crocodile gets mutated and it just becomes larger and larger and can walk upright a little bit. And of course, George, the gorilla, who is an albino in this version, because they wanted to legally separate this character from King Kong. Well, George the gorilla just gets larger and doesn't seem to have changed much. So the mutation on display here is rather inconsistent, in my opinion. And there was also that one lab rat who grew to giant size as well. Good chocolate. I wish they had made a sequel to that movie, though. It was so cool. I liked that they just sort of dropped the whole over complicating, over dramatizing the movie, and just gave you what was really expected and based on this video game and what you want in the genre. You want to see giant monsters fighting. That's cool. And not so much of the scenes where people are talking, because that's the trouble with these movies. The giant monster movies, they always have these long drawn out scenes where the people talk. And even if they're good actors, the trouble is it's always cheaper to put a camera in front of an actor than it is to buy up this big, expensive special effect. Sad but true. Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Hey, one of the dentists got it.
I think I'll cut it short here. I'm drawing a bit of a crowd.
Watching, and we'll see you in the morning.